then 2 Corinthians 2 and 11. Alright, come on, let's go. Let's go.
Oh, did you play your one?
Yeah, I got it. I got mine.
Yeah?
Shalom, Israel. We're the Hebrew Israelites. We come in, week out to prophesy the downfall of this wicked kingdom. We want to say double honors to the elders and apostles in Israel. They rule well and still teach well. And peace and salutations to the Akim out there that are pushing out this gospel in truth and in sincerity. Alright? But with that, we're going to face the east and give all praises to the heavenly Father.
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Wahab, Wadash.
Alright? So we're back at it again, man. Alright? We're here to prophesy and to inform the people of the times that we're living in, man. Alright? Because even when I was on my way over here, there was a woman that was sitting over here, my wearing blonde hair, and it smelled like dope inside the bus. I couldn't, my nose couldn't even inhale the odor that was inside the bus, man. I had to open up the windows because there was too much odor inside. No, because the Edomite woman smelled like a dog. And he had an Eve out there that was with the Edomite. And she had blonde hair as well, man, in her braids, man. Well, we're not going to let that distract, man. So, the Revelation.
Revelation chapter 12, verse 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time.
Yeah, so Esau knows that his time is running up. You got this new virus that came out called Omicron. Alright? And if you go into the terminology of the word Omicron means small. Now the word coronavirus means crown, man. Alright, so the Heavenly Father is releasing a small crown, man, on these people, man. Alright? Now the real question is, right, is that how much more the big crown the Most High is going to dispatch, man. The big crown the Most High is going to release. Alright? And those of you that have taken the COVID-19 test, they're putting nanotechnology inside the thing called the nostrils, man. Alright, but yeah, bring it up.
The book of 2 Corinthians 2 and 11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices.
Yeah, so we're not ignorant of Satan's devices. And like I said, there's a spiritual demon Satan, and there's a physical counterpart to the spiritual demon Satan, which is Esau. Right? That's who the Most High, that's the Most High sword. Alright, so these times that we're living in, alright, we are approaching the hour of temptation. Alright? So if you can get that in the way, cut the word of my patience. And you can get
The book of Revelation, chapter 3, verse 10. And it reads, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world, to try them that dwell upon the earth.
To try them that dwell upon the earth. Alright, and if you want to tell what try, it means to pierce, man. And what they're going to use to pierce, that needle. That's what's going to be used to tear the flesh and insert that chip. Alright? So this is very serious. Alright? And also as well, you know, we've had to encourage brothers to improve mentally, physically, spiritually in order to overcome these laps these hurdles that are in our way, man. Alright? Because trust me, these times that we're heading into is very, very serious. Okay?
Jeremiah chapter 30 verse 7. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. Even it is even the time of Jacob's trouble, and he shall be saved out.
So that shows you that Jake is going to be in trouble, man. And who is Jake? You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Right? That's Jake, man. Jake is going to be in a terrible predicament. And the reason why Jake is going to be in a terrible predicament is because you don't know who your God is. And that's the reason why our people are getting their arse whooped. If you get Hosea 4 and 6.
Right, this is Daniel 12 and 1. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that should be found written in the book.
So there hasn't been any historical record of this event happening on the earth. This is going to be the worst time for mankind history, man. It's going to be the worst time in human history. So those that remain ignorant and refuse to hear, the word of the Lord, that shows you that they will be members of the 2/3 if they don't receive this word.
I'll just quickly say, there's a balance to that, because for the hopeful elect, we're hoping that these glorious things to come, for the Most High to come back, to see salvation come to the town. But then there's a balance for the others, it's messed up. Because this is a quick precept. Yeah? This is Luke 10 and 24. For I tell you that many prophets and kings have desired to see those things which ye see, and had not seen them, and to hear those things which ye hear and have not heard them.
Exactly. So, wait, can you read that again?
Yeah. This is Luke 10 and 24. For I tell you that many prophets and kings have desired to see those things which ye see, and had not seen them.
Yeah.
And to hear those things which ye hear and have not heard them.
I've not heard them because the prophets of the Lord, like let me give you an example. For instance, Elder Abba Bivens. Now we know through the spirit that Elder Abba Bivens is Elijah the prophet and also John the Baptist. All right. Now he's not here right now, man. He's in the spiritual realm, right? So these times that are about to happen,
It's exciting.
yeah, it's an exciting time. Why is that? Because of you have the cyborgs, the robots. You have Leviathan, right? You have the Archangel Michael that's going to come to defend. You have the second return of our Lord Yahushua. There's different prophecies and events that have to happen. Okay, so Khan, if you can get that out.
The book of Revelation 3 and 20. Behold, I stand at the door and knock. If any man hear my voice and open the door, I will come in to him and will sup with him and he with me.
Yeah, so the Heavenly Father, Yahushua, is knocking on the door, man. And what's the door? Your mind, man. All right. So if the Most High is knocking to these people's mind right now, but they're not opening the doors to their mind to receive this truth. All right. But as you can see, brothers right here, they've opened the door for Yahweh Hashem Yahushua to install this doctrine into their mind, man. That's why we're illuminated with this truth, because the Most High knocked on the door and our mind was open, man. When it says I will sup with him, we're eating this good spiritual food, man. This spiritual food that can make you satisfied, man. All right. Whereas these other people, they're not being satisfied because they're eating spiritual GMOs, man.
Right?
But yeah, there you go, man.
Matthew 13 and 15. This people's heart is waxed wroth, and their ears are dull of hearing, and their eyes they have closed, lest at any time they should see with their eyes, and hear with their ears, and should understand with their heart, and should be converted, and I should heal them.
Yeah, so deliberately.
But blessed are your eyes, us lot, and the ones that believe the truth, for they see, and your ears, for they hear.
Yeah, so the 2/3, the Most High deliberately blinded them so they can't receive this truth. All right? So the door has literally been deliberately closed, man. All right? But those that the Most High put in their spirit for their mind to be open, the Most High opened their mind to receive this gospel. All right? So you got a precept.
Revelation 3 and 21. To him that overcometh will I grant to sit with me in my throne, even as I also overcame, I am set down with my Father in his throne.
And that's fantastic. The reason why that is fantastic is because, you know, being able to sit near Yahushua in his throne, that's wonderful. And Yahushua said as well that if you confess his name, that he'll also confess you to the Father and the holy angels, which is very, very powerful. All right, but like I said, man, there's a couple of prophecies that have to play out in order for us to overcome. All right, and what's one of the major prophecies inside the Bible? The mark of the beast. And we have to continue to, you know, spread it out so that we can be able to warn our people to let them know. So
I beg. Revelation 2:10. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer.
That's right.
Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life.
Yes. So he will give you a crown of life. All right. So there's going to be a certain season of time where the men of the Lord, some men of the Lord, will be cast into prison. All right. So this is very, very serious, and there will be a time where the blade will slice people's heads off, right? And and their heads will be rolling on the floor, and blood will be spilling from their neck. This is very, very serious. But we have to have faith not to look back, man, because if you look back, that's the second death, which is worse than the guillotine death, man. All right? And even so, the brothers said they might take some brothers in Macedonia, because they have undergrounds there, man. If you can explain that.
Yeah. So this thing is real, man. When he say, this will take some of you in prison, people sometimes they don't sit down to really meditate upon, predicament they might be in, they might find themselves in. Last time I was at work and I was watching like a cargo helicopter go up, and somebody told me they're gonna get some of the elect, the men of the Lord, those who are out there preaching. They'll put you in a cargo and they will send you somewhere you've never been, and they will bring you to it. And then thinking of that, I had like a colleague from Macedonia, and he told me, you know what, I wanted to do a job. I was like, what job is that? I wanted to join the torture program. The torture program, in Macedonia, the CIA torture program. And I'm like, what? They say, yeah, we got a big underground in Macedonia where they bring people to torture, man. And I'm thinking, wait, it's not too far-fetched, man. It's not too far-fetched.
Alright, so we're gonna have to, move out.
Go right
here. We'll move some. Just press the play button at the bottom. But it's all good, though. I'll add it all together. Just press the red button. It's all good. Yep. So yeah, we had to encourage, brothers to improve and to get more serious inside this truth, because the times that we're living in is very, very serious. Alright, the Heavenly Father saved 8 souls during the time of Noah. Now, Yahushua said, as in the days of Noah, so shall the coming of the Son of Man be. So we have to really be prepared on these times that we're heading forward. Alright, because one of the major topics inside the Bible is the microchip, man. Alright, so to get Revelation 13 to touch on that. Alright? Because they will come for the men of the Lord at one point. And some of you will be cast into some of them will lay hands on you.
Revelation chapter 13, verse 16. And he calls the poor, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in the forehead, to receive a mark in the right hand, or in the forehead, and that no man might buy or sell, save that has the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name.
Or the number of his name. Alright? Now, this chip is going to be made mandatory. Alright? And those that refuse to take the chip, they will be taken into concentration camps. Those that refuse to take the JAB, all right? There will be a certain season of time where they'll be like, no job, all right? And they're gonna limit people from gaining access to do things, right? All right? So we have to be very curious and careful of these times that we're heading towards.
Luke 21. And 12. But before all these, they shall lay their hands on you and persecute you, delivering you up to the synagogues and into prison, being brought before kings and rulers for my name's sake.
Yeah, so there's gonna so there's gonna be a certain season of time where the men of the Lord, in fact, some of the men of the Lord will be taken into places where there's elite Rockefellers, Rothschilds, right? And they might put you in a concentration room and ask you questions about UFOs, about what you believe in your doctrine. Alright? They're gonna ask questions.
You know about the king?
Alright?
You know about the king?
Don't worry, it's all good. It's okay, man.
You see that?
You wanna listen? It's cool.
Be ignorant.
Nah, man, he didn't wanna listen. He's just a scoffer, man.
You didn't want to. Anyway.
Matt, did you read it? Oh yeah, that's read it.
Luke 21 and 12. But before all these, they shall lay their hands on you and persecute you, delivering you up to the synagogues and into prisons, being brought before kings and rulers for my name's sake.
Yeah, so certain brothers inside this gospel, they will be brought before kings and rulers, alright? So his banking families, and they'll be asked questions, what do you know about this gospel? You have to go for this, so on and so forth. Alright, so we have to make sure that we're very, in tune on what's going on. Okay. Alright? So we have to be very in tune with what's going on and be very careful. Alright? Hey, again, I'm prophesying. So we're going to talk about the end times. So if you can get the book of Revelation, chapter 12 and 17.
You just said that one.
Yeah, come. Yeah, come. We'll talk about that, but let's talk.
The book of Revelation, chapter 12, verse 17. And it reads, and the dragon was wroth with the woman and went to make war with the remnant of her seed, which keep the commandment of Yahweh and have the testimony of Yahweh Shai Hamashiach.
Yeah, so the dragon was wroth with the woman, meaning that Esau, Edomites were angry with the Israelites, because the woman represents Israel, right? Now when it says the remnant of her seed, that's what Esau's going to do. He's going to come down with great wrath for the elect of Israel, man.
The remnant.
Yeah, with the remnant, brothers are out there in the highways and byways. So there'll be a certain season of time where Esau will come in like a flood, alright? If you get 2nd Ezra 16 and 17. You got that one before? Yeah. Oh, can't they get
The book of 2nd Ezra 16, verse 17. For there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. They shall be mad, they shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord.
And the word spoiling means to make someone wicked, man. That's what the word spoiling means. Because our Lord Yahweh Shai, when he went through his own tribulation and trials, they made him naked,
They don't worship.
They didn't worship God. So there will be a certain season of time where that's a man. Alright? There will be a certain season of time when the elect of Israel, some brothers might be made naked for this truth.
Also, nakedness means shame.
Exactly.
That's what it really means spiritually. They will put us in all sort of shameful predicament. You know what I'm saying? That's what's going to happen, man. They'll want to break us down spiritually, psychologically, physically, and on all levels, mentally.
Yeah. You see, because it's going to get very intense, alright? Imagine you being on the street and you see your face on the poster labeled as a terrorist. Because the pressure won't kick in, man. Because what does a serpent do when he wants to destroy its prey?
That's right.
It goes around it and then it twists it.
That's right.
And the only way you can overcome that weakness, inside its truth, is via fasting and prayer.
That's right. But you knew there was a camera, man. Lord, have that fun experience.
John 15 and 18. If the world hate you, ye know that it hated me before it hated you. If ye were of the world would love his own. But because ye are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore God hateth you. Just as in they're not going to say, when they're going to come down on the people that basically fear the Lord and, you know, we hate this place, and they're obviously going to hate us.
Exactly.
And they hated Yahweh Shai, so they're going to hate us. And like we just said, so we might go through that. Some people might have a brave and most of them. Like you said, some people might have a plan to say that.
That's the same brothers who have a stand to lift up inside these nations.
That's
Where
a blessing,
you know, spiritual power. That's right. So, yeah, bring out your precept, yeah? Isaiah 59 and 19. Because, yes, this is part of, you know, the prophets went to see these things happen, man.
The book of Luke 14 and 26. If any man come to me and hate not his father and mother and wife and children and brethren and sisters, yea, and his own life also, he cannot be my disciple.
Yeah, so that basically means, you know, that you dislike their ways. You understand? Doesn't mean if you have a parent here and there, you actually like say, I hate you.
No, you gotta use wisdom.
Yeah?
It means that you can't follow them, the ways. You have to separate yourself from them. But in some real thing, you won't get along with your people, man.
What is holy?
Yes. Alright? Because you gotta be holy, that's what they say, it's a good point. Gotta be holy. So being holy, they're gonna be eating prawns. Are you gonna eat prawns?
You know what's funny about it? Sorry. When you start getting holy, like you naturally, you know what happens? You naturally get separate.
Right. Because you don't want to do what they're doing anymore. Don't want to be around them. Annoy you.
The word is like spiritual water, man.
Yeah.
And when you take a shower, it cleans all the filth and dirt in your body. When you take a shower, it cleans all the filth, all the dirt and everything, man. You know, so our people's mind has a lot of dirt. Because their mind is full of Christianity, full of philosophy, so and so. So the only way that, you know, the spiritual mind can be cleansed is by hearing the word, man.
And then these Muslims, they're going to get it as well.
He's the Arab going.
There'll be a certain season and time where these nations, but you know, we have to talk about the entire.
Let's carry.
Our point. So yeah, the point is, right, is that the word cleanses your mind. It cleans your mind, right? Because a lot of people inside this truth, they were part of Christianity, Muslim religion, different atheists, different kind of religions. Alright? So the point is, right, is that this word cleans you and it purifies you. Okay? So you like
Verse 27. And whosoever doth not bear his cross and come after me cannot be my disciple.
So you have to pick up your cross. You have to make sure that you carry it, man.
Alright, that cross is heavy, man. It's not a light cross. It's very heavy.
But the Bible says that, you know, his burden is light. Because the burden of the world is very heavy. But we still have a burden in this truth. But the burden that we have is a light burden. Why? Because although it's a heavy burden in real life,
that goes into being in the flesh as well. Here.
Right. That's it.
Mentally,
that's it. It's a burden. But then, very soon the Most High gonna wipe out.
That's why it becomes light.
Right? Because when you think about in the kingdom now, you're gonna be like, wow.
Oh, get that out.
You know?
Yes.
You got that one. That's a false. This was nothing.
That's Romans 8. Yeah, my point is, right? You have to be very serious-minded inside this gospel. Sober-minded. Right? Because in all things, there was a certain season of time when I was at home one time, and I got attacked by a demon, right? In my bed one season around. And what the Spirit told me, he told me, do you not know that I'm a villain of God? That's what the Spirit spoke to me in my ear. Alright? And the only way that I was able to rebuke that demon was saying, I rebuke you in the name of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. That's how the villain of God was able to lead me alone. So these spirits are having discussions on how to sift brothers out of the truth. And that's the reason why we have to put on this armor in order to overcome these dark days that we're
this
doing, man.
Esau so demonic. Death to you evil. Man, hey, let's go. Verse 28, man. Let me read it. Luke 14 and 28. Can I read that?
Yeah, this is it as well. Read down, bro. Can't. This is it. Look. Right. You know you said. What did you say?
That's right.
You said. Can't.
Fuck yeah.
Go ahead. You said something about this light affliction, right?
Yeah.
Right. This is it. When you seek the Lord, because I'm not a good brother that remembers stuff, but when you have faith.
Just bring that out, man. Bring that out.
4 and 17. For
Bring
our
that
light
out.
affliction, which is but for a moment, worketh for us a far more exceeding eternal weight. It's funny, I was talking about weight as well, of glory. So what does that mean, man? You know, that's talking about our affliction. Right now, you know, you think it's heavy, it is. But Haratazar, we get mercy, that's going to be nothing, man. It's going to be light work. It's not going to be anything. Because because our exceeding, because, we'll read it again. For our light affliction, which is but for a moment, worketh for us a far more exceeding and eternal weight of glory. Because we've got that eternal body, man.
That's right.
Yeah, so there's a balance in it to things. It's like that bitter and sweet. With bitter here and the sweet, though, that's the salvation.
Exactly.
The bitter still because we're going through the great insurrection, when they come up, the great insurrection comes in of the Lord, yeah. So that's the bitter. We don't know what's going to happen, we don't know what happens. We need to be strong in faith.
Yeah. So
Carrying on, man. Let me bring that. That's lovely.
So point is, right, that we have to be really prepared now, because these times that we're heading towards is a very serious time that we're soon approaching. Okay? And a lot of people need to adjust themselves inside this truth, because you see, even as well, right, the doctrine as well, I really want to touch on this in Israel, is that there needs to be more love inside this Israel thing, man. I really want to touch on that.
You know what the Lord saying, I didn't know you, depart from me.
Alright?
Let me tell you something, that goes into the people that know the name as well.
Yeah, there needs to be
not
more.
the people that don't know the name.
Exactly.
When it says that, that's talking about people that know the name of the Most High Yahweh and Yahweh. Because you can't say depart from me and you're saying Jesus.
There you go.
This is talking about the people that know the real name. So that brotherly love, that's important. Well, that's on you. When Yahweh Shai comes, that's on you. You don't want to be brotherly. That's on them.
And that's the reason why, you know, a lot
Especially if
of
a man ain't done something personal to you.
yeah.
Man was in the world doing this, that, and that. Now I'm in this thing. But we ain't really done that nothing to brothers and people want to talk shit. That's on them.
You see, this is a lot of love inside this truth, because you see, if you hate your brother in your heart, you're a murderer, man. Alright? You're a murderer if you hate your brother. Okay? Because there's certain ways that you speak to a brother in modesty, man. Yahushua never cursed out any of his brothers in a rude kind of way. Yahushua was very humble and he spoke to his brothers in the right way.
When Satan jumped on Peter, did he say, fuck off Peter?
There you go.
Get away from me. He gave him the keys to the church.
And
he denied him 3 times.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. When Peter denied Yahushua, still gave him the keys to the church.
Imagine one of you brothers, I'm there and they grab you and I'm like, yeah, he's with us as well, hurry up. And I'm like, no, I don't know you. Bro, and then you're like, no. And then the other car's like, yeah, you know us, man. And that's twice. I'm like, no, not. That's deep, bro.
And one powerful thing, right?
We got to Pete, obviously, but that must have messed him up as well.
It's true, he did.
Did Pete get crucified?
He upside down. But yeah, my point is, right, is that the apostle Peter himself, right, Yahushua still gave him the keys to the church, and it's still the tabernacle of David, man. So who is who to me? And he washed his feet as well. So my point is, right, that people need to be humble, man.
That's what it says in this thing. If you've been in it long, you can be more humble.
Yeah, the greater you are, the more humble you should be. There's certain ways that I'll speak to this brother. I won't speak to this brother in a disrespectful manner. Neither with this brother, man.
And if I ever did, I'll put my hands up, apologize.
Right? Because
you have to put your hands up.
Exactly. Because every
if you can't, go on. If you can't accept when you're wrong, that's a stumbling block.
Exactly.
That's very deep because you don't know you're going off. Exactly. Being rude to your brother.
The Bible says, a man of understanding knoweth when he sleepeth.
There you go. You see that?
So there's many people can say what they want. They can say, they can put garment on. They can go and preach. At the end of the day, you're gonna look at the fruit. Because when you can't just go out there and be a judge unto other people, but you're not a judge unto yourself.
There you go.
The mirror has to be on before you step out of the yard. The mirror, you have to look yourself in the mirror, man.
Yeah, great teachers.
Okay.
And one powerful thing, right, is that we have to really adjust ourselves and make sure that we're ready, man. All right.
But you know why brothers are like that?
Yeah.
Brothers don't fast.
Exactly. That's a
In this true, brothers don't have a lifestyle of fast.
Yeah.
That's why a brother will be like thinking, and then he will send some mean, you know, insult to the next brother, and the brother hasn't done nothing to you, or the very thing that you talk about stems from 3 or 5 months ago.
Yeah.
That has nothing to do with now.
Yeah.
So what
That's in the
prompted you?
brother's heart, like that.
Yeah.
Huh?
That's how in the brother's heart.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's bad.
And also, someone can be talking about you to the brother, and now he's catching feelings now.
Yeah.
How can you pray to the Most High and you hit your brother being rude?
Yeah. It says that
What's that
he
do?
won't answer that prayer.
Yeah, there you go. That makes sense as well.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
So
saying?
my point is, right, is that Yahweh Shai said,
All us
forgive.
come from dirty places,
Yeah.
and we're filthy, and our righteousness is filthy as rat.
Exactly.
Our righteous are filthy rat,
And also,
proud.
brothers, a lot of them, their let spirit jumps on them by dealing with these harlots in the street and that, man.
I'm glad I'm not, but never. But that's what happens. People just take advantage, man. When you're too nicey, man.
The thing about it is like people in this truth, yeah, they'll in the name of the truth. Brother will backdoor you in the name of the truth, you know.
Huh? Sorry?
They'll backdoor you, meaning they will do
backdoor
something.
you,
They'll backdoor you. They will violate. No, I'm not going to use the violate. They will do some snakes things in the name, because they know that what you going to do. The most you can do is the counseling, or even maybe leave the camp. That's the most you can do.
Because they know, they take advantage of them.
They take advantage of the liberty. Or the grace that the Most High gave us, man.
So we have to be very careful, man, and be very curious in these times that we're soon approaching, because, you know, like I said, man, you know, everybody should see Yahweh inside their brother, man.
Exactly.
So at the end of the day, right, what you're saying to your brother is basically you're saying it to Yahweh Shai.
Do you know what's mad? You know, like we all did shit to Howard Shai, like from sinning, from doing shit. We done it to him. So what are these people on about? They ain't even done shit to them, they're being rude.
Yeah. Haven't done anything, and then they're getting rude.
What's that one about if you kill someone, you're in danger? What's that one, bro?
Do what?
It's talking about like if you kill someone and you ain't done nothing, it's dangerous. Do you know that one?
He's gonna get it out.
Oh, yeah, you get it.
Alright? Because, like I said, man, it said if you call your brother a fool, you're in danger, man.
And that goes into personal.
Exactly. So imagine so calling someone a terrible name is worse than calling someone a fool.
If you call someone a fool, that's dangerous.
Yeah.
And I know that one. There's one that.
So it's dangerous, man. Alright? But, hey, man.
Anyway, man, if you could be rude like that to your brothers, I'm sure when Esau comes, you're alright with him. If you could be rude to people in the truth and disrespectful and unloving, you know, you're alright with these people.
No, that means that they're going to...
You can't say.
A lot of brothers that say that, oh, yeah. When the time comes, a lot of them will... They will disappear,
it's physical,
man.
different. All that's talking. Yes, we have to talk.
That's why we have to be
edify
spiritual.
Israel, but that's talking.
Exactly. That's why you got to fast, because because Esau's gonna put pressure, man, and the only way for you to be firm and strong in that pressure is by fasting, because fasting removes demons inside your spirit. Fasting gives you strength. Fasting, obviously, like I like eating food, man. I'm not gonna lie, I like eating food. But the thing is, I need to stop eating for a certain period of time to remove these demons, man. Alright? Because these demons are going to take it down, man. But bring it out, yeah?
Matthew 5 and 22. But I say unto you that whosoever is angry with his brother without a cause shall be in danger of judgment. And whosoever...
Sorry, Bruno, sorry.
Matthew 5 and 22. But I say unto you that whosoever is angry with his brother without a cause, alright, without a cause shall be in danger of the judgment.
I don't like this. Let's just wait. No, I don't like this.
This thing is recording now. Two come out recording.
Yeah, I know.
Matthew 5 and 22. But I say unto you that whosoever is angry with his brother without a cause shall be in danger of the judgment. And whosoever shall say to his brother, Rakor, shall be in danger of the council. But whosoever shall say, thou fool, shall be in danger of hell.
So if you call
fire.
someone a fool in its truth and they're trying, you're in danger. And especially if you know it's true for a while. It should be a better fucking example. Man.
And so if you call someone something worse than a
Fuck
fool,
people like me, man.
I don't care. We're not here for the glory of men, man. Alright? We're here to worship Yahweh Shimei Shine, to follow his path, man.
Unfucking loving.
Alright?
I don't, if people didn't cheat.
So good.
Is it good?
It's fine.